Okay, so on the podcast today, we've got Elliot Oakley. You've been a professional musician for 8 years, playing across Europe, and you're relaunching a new solo project. You have to balance everything with being a dad. That's a toughie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know about that now. I'm going to ask you just a random question first, music related. What's your favourite song of all time?
My favourite song ever.
Yeah, one song.
It's really tough. I mean, from where I'm from, we've got like the Beatles in our blood. So,
Of course you have, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's Scouser, yeah. So it's probably, I mean, I remember just being a kid, you know, and being like infatuated with the Beatles and like just that. I don't know how they managed to connect with like everybody across like every age range and every like demographic. It's an amazing sort of community thing. So that's pretty much in our blood. So it's definitely going to be a Beatles song.
Okay.
They have a song called In My Life, which is John Lennon wrote that one, and it's about like family, it's about love, it's about Liverpool, and that's probably, I mean, they're all the things that I hold dear, so that's probably me.
Okay.
If I was
makes sense.
gun to the head, that's probably what I'd choose, just because.
How does that one go?
There are places I remember.
Oh, I know now.
Life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
And I recognise it now. You've sang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how that was flat as a fluke, but
Doesn't sound flat to me.
Oh, thank you.
If it was me, it would have sounded way worse than that.
So yeah, that one. If I had to choose.
Cool. Okay. Tell us a little bit about your journey into being a professional musician. Where have you come from to where you are now, basically?
So, it actually started. I was a pretty late bloomer, so it started. I think I was about 17, and I got into a local like punk band, and we were like, the lads won't mind me saying, we were really bad. Like it was just not a good band, you know.
Was it just noise?
Just noise, and you know, we used to like sort of really, you know, play these like dingy venues around, and you know, it was really great.
Yeah.
But that was it. As soon as I had my first gig with them, that was it. I knew I wanted to be a professional musician. I was currently at college at the time, and I was studying construction management, because I thought, well, this is going to be great. I'll train to be like a quantity surveyor. They'll give me like a company car. I'll be able to travel around and quantity survey.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be the safe thing to do. Anyway, I joined this band. I had the first gig.
Yeah.
And I remember going into college the week after and kind of saying, this isn't for me. And I literally left halfway through the day. I remember calling my mum up and saying...
okay. Sorry, as in you left college halfway through the day?
Yeah. I thanked me lecturer and I left. And I called my mum up. I said, I've left college, mum. She said, what do you mean you've left college? What are you talking about? I said, I want to be a professional musician. And I remember her go, oh my God, Elliot, like, okay, let's talk about it. And so I went home, and me ma, God bless her, like, you know, has always been dead supportive of me. And I'm really lucky to be able to take these risks in life, because the worst that's going to happen for me is I turn up with a suitcase at my mum's, and I just knock and say, Mum, it didn't work out. Can I just reassess, come home and reassess for a couple of weeks? And anyway, luckily for me, it worked out, and I moved to Cardiff, and I did my master's in songwriting. Yeah. And I signed my first couple of contracts after that. So
did all right then, really?
Yeah, it wasn't
such a bad decision.
It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't in the end. I mean, yeah, you've got to take these kind of risks in any sort of creative avenue, especially these days. I mean, it was arguably a little bit easier, you know, before the pandemic. But hard work.
I think a lot of creatives can relate to that reaction as well, like saying you're going to do something that's more artistic and creative over something more academic. Yeah. That's not necessarily going to get you instant money. Or...
Yeah, that's it. And a lot of time people don't understand.
They don't understand.
Which is fine, you know, it's a very different world than it was. Yeah. And truly, if you can organise yourself and you can motivate yourself and you say, I'm going to be my own boss, today I'm going to do this, and you accomplish it. Yeah. You know, I went from being the starving artist where it was like, you know, I've nothing in my bank to thank God, you know, I've bought a house and I've got a nice car and I've got, you know, my babies looked after.
That's
and all
nice,
that.
isn't it? That's the main thing.
Has come from playing guitar, you know, and it's, that's something to be proud of.
So in terms of like your contract that you got, what was it in? Songwriting, in your own music, or?
Cool. So I've had a record contract and I've had a publishing contract.
Okay.
Now, they were kind of curtailed by the pandemic, unfortunately, and the band ended up disbanding and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So they kind of allow you to be able to pay for recording, pay for music videos and all that sort of stuff, but you don't actually pay for it.
That's what the contract is for.
That
is for
really
the expenses, really.
Yeah. So you become expense free, and you don't see any money, but you become expense free, and that's kind of the modern record contract, I would say.
So what? So it used to be a case of you end up getting loads of money if you were contracted, whereas now you don't really get that money. You have a free few weeks of eating and recording and
basically,
whatever. Lodgings.
Yeah, of course, unless you are at a sort of, a level where they can throw a massive advance at you, and they're confident they can recoup it. But this is an independent label, very much small time compared to it, but it's the dream for anyone who is creating and just wants to keep creating.
To get contracted as a musician is a big deal, really, isn't it?
Yes and no. It's like it's
for people who haven't gone into that zone of having a record deal, for example.
Yeah.
It's a big deal for people who haven't ever done that before, I think.
Yeah. It is. I'm super, super grateful, but at the same time, it was kind of like, okay, the work starts now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, obviously, the way that the world kind of went in 2020 was like, okay, we're kind of doomed at this point, and so we were unable to continue.
So where are you at now then? Because obviously you've got quite a lot of different things that you do. Like I've seen you write music. Yeah. You also write for a guitar magazine.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of charity work as well, or like advertise for charities?
So I don't. Ironically, tonight I'm actually doing a charity gig tonight.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, you said you're doing a charity gig.
Yeah, I'm playing for a charity that's helping out the victims of the Gaza conflict.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully, what we do tonight's gonna maybe send some money to those poor babies.
This will be in the past, by the way.
This will be in the past. Yeah. This is in the past. We will have done some good.
But that will have happened.
That will have happened. But when this goes out, I guess I do a lot of different things. As creative people know, you have to do. I do a bit of lecturing. I do a bit of writing, a bit of journalism, a bit of production. Yeah. A bit of songwriting. I sync my songs to like. The last thing I did was a video game, which is cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And things like that, and just keep building the portfolio.
Yeah.
But our new venture, which is out in the world now, is a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And we're kind of documenting the journey of me balancing doing shows at like weddings and corporate events and pubs, bars, clubs, everything that I do to pay the bills. Yeah. And also being a dad. With the goal of achieving my childhood dream, which is to play Glastonbury Festival.
Oh, can you imagine?
I've never played. Yeah. I've played Isle of Wight and I've played some other big ones, but I've never done that. And that was my dream as a kid. So so that's what we're doing, and we're on the road.
How do you get to play Glastonbury Festival? Do you have to have an in or a direct contact? Like, is this going to give away a secret if I ask you that?
No, it's definitely not. I'd have played it by now if I knew.
Well, yeah. I was like, does he know something?
I don't know, it gets to the point where you kind of you get to a point where people are looking after you and your music, where we were at that point at one point. But now this is just me, a videographer, a couple of great musicians who are my friends, and we formed this team, and we're going to be pushing forward to do this together. No manager, no label, no nothing. It's just us. So let's see how far we can push it. Really.
Yeah. What's the YouTube channel called?
It's just going to be my.
It's just going to be your name, Elliot Oakley.
It is my YouTube channel. Yeah. Elliot
Okay, so that'll
Oakley
be easy
music.
to find then, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Just YouTube it and you search it in YouTube and it'll come up. So.
How do you find then being a musician and also balancing being a dad? Is that hard, travelling around and doing different things, or?
It's hard. Yeah. It's actually really hard because I'm away like a lot. You know.
Yeah. How old's is it son or daughter?
Daughter. She's called Erin. She's 17 months now, so she'll be about 2 when this goes out. I would say. Yeah. She's. Oh, I just love her so much. Yeah. You know, it's hard. It's horrible being away from her.
I can imagine. I've seen pictures. She's cute.
She's gorgeous.
Really cute. Yeah.
Yeah. She looks like a mum. Thank God. But it's this is partly to show her. You know, like. if you have a dream as a kid, you know, you've got to see it through. And you know, my partner's been super supportive of this, and I'm like, I'm going back into the lion's den. I'm releasing this music. I'm gonna start doing all of this stuff, and you know, we've got a vinyl coming out and all that in order to get there, so I can go, this is what Daddy does, you know. This
is the thing. It's something to be proud of, and also set a standard for as well. As in, like, you know, go for your dreams. Do, of course. You know, make it happen.
And we'll support whatever way we can, you know, when she gets older. But it's a
nice message to send her, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's given me a new lease of life in that way. You know, being a dad, it gives you that responsibility, and then you kind of go, how can I show her, you know, I guess that anything's possible, and. And, you know, and I'm going to take this thing from playing in pubs and weddings to hopefully playing at Glastonbury, and then go, anyone can do it, like, if I can.
I want to know about that if you do.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell us.
Yeah. You have to come. You have to come.
We'll come.
Yeah.
That'll be the 1 year we actually go. We've never been, have we?
I've never been either.
Well, there you go. Yeah. First time you go there, you'll be playing.
First time I go, I'll be playing, hopefully.
So do you find, like, having a daughter, has it changed the way you write songs now? Has it changed what you write about and all that kind of thing? Or
yes and no. She's every time I think about, I'm quite an emotional fella, I think. I don't know, like, I'm not like a big crier or anything, but every time I think about it, I like get choked up, honestly, like, and talk about it, because I just love her so much. So if I was to write all of my music about her, I don't know if anyone would really I don't know if anyone
on the mic crying.
Exactly. So I tend to kind of try and remove myself and create these worlds and these stories, you know. And I mean, the track that I have released, Ever After, that's kind of about you know, happily ever after, the end of a book, what happens after, and that's what that's about.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's a busy man. He's taking calls now.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. That's so rude. I should have put it on silent.
To be fair, usually it's my phone, isn't it, that's vibrating?
There we go.
Yeah.
Do not disturb. I'm so sorry about that, folks.
He's like, it's her phone. It's not my. It's his this time.
That's actually local musician and wonderful guy, Thomas Lewis. He's a great guy, and he's just calling me probably.
He's based in Cardiff, is he?
He is.
Does he want to come on?
He is. I'm sure. Yeah, he would. He's hilarious as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I like someone who's got a sense of humour.
Yeah, he's got a voice like this. Hello.
Oh, that
hello,
sounds
buddy.
Cool.
That's how
bring
he
him on.
sounds. Yeah, I will. He's got a big beard. He's cool.
Oh,
great guy. One of my best mates.
Like Brian Blessed. Or not quite that. Like
Brian Blessed. I've got to tell him that.
Whenever someone says someone's got a deep voice or a big beard, it makes me think of Brian Blessed.
He looks like your man who's Tom. What's his name? He's a singer. Big like ginger beard. He's like dead famous.
Do you know?
We got like a big voice, and he's a great singer. Anyway,
if I saw it, I'd probably know.
I swear to God, you'd know who he is. Yeah, he's the spitting image of him now.
Yeah. So, what's your process for writing music?
I wish I had a real process. What tends to happen is I'll be doing something that's completely unrelated to music, like sleeping, and the entire song just goes ba-dum. Like when
you're trying to go to sleep and you relax, that's when you get ideas.
When you know you're going to have to be up early in the morning. And I believe in like the ether of songs. I think that they're all there somewhere. Yeah. And you've just got to be able to grab it with both hands, otherwise another songwriter will grab that song and you know, release that song. So when it happens, because of that, I have to just get up and write it, you know.
Well, otherwise you're going to lose it, aren't you?
Otherwise you lose it. But the whole song, it's really weird. The whole arrangement, how it sounds, just goes straight into my head.
Really?
Yeah, so then I have to record it and then record all of the parts that I can hear.
That sounds like a long night. It's just middle of the night, all of a sudden you need to write
an hour.
Music, the lyrics, everything.
Yeah, I mean the lyrics usually sound like dum 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 until you
know how it's going to go, but not necessarily what the words are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah. What's so obviously the solo project you've got going on at the moment, or have done, I don't know whether.
yeah, got going on.
So what have you been doing then before focusing on your solo project? Have you been playing with other bands? Have you been just doing like events, like gigs, that kind of thing?
Yeah, a bit of everything.
Yeah.
So playing as a session player for other bands. I've been producing other bands, like a lot of great Cardiff artists I've been lucky enough to work with. Black Elvis, one of them. Isambard's Wheel, another one. Thomas as well. And so I've been producing their records and things like that, which I love. I love producing. I love co-writing and working with artists.
Yeah.
And also doing all of these kind of cover shows, these weddings. I've joined a band called TMD, and they go across Europe and the USA playing weddings primarily.
So you get to go to the US as well?
So I haven't been with them yet, but I've been into Europe with them. I was in Spain a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Which was beautiful.
Nice.
And you do the swanky wedding. It's very nice, and then they fly you home, and it's really lovely.
Yeah.
So, you know, they took a chance on me. They brought me into the fold, and it's gone really, really well so far. So I've been doing a lot of that before I felt this itch to just get back and just start releasing my music again,
start doing your own stuff, and that's cool.
Yeah, I felt music came a little transactional, you know, like you turn up, you play, you disappear, and you get paid, and I can, you know, pay for me stuff, but it's
you're not involved in that creative process.
No, it's not why I did it, you know. It's not why.
There's a reason why you become a musician, isn't it? Because you're interested. It's the, I don't know, is it emotional side of it? Or the creative side of it? It's putting things together?
Yeah. You get a little, I mean, you're definitely a creative person doing, and you yourself as well. And so I feel like I get a bit like sad when I don't create, you know.
Yeah.
And then life happens, and you do all of this stuff, and so I've spent all of these years doing everything but, and then you kind of start getting embarrassed, and is it good enough? Have I lost it? Have I lost the?
Start doubting yourself.
You start doubting yourself, and actually, I did want to sort of touch on one of my friends and a incredible musician who built a lot of his career in Cardiff, James Wilson, recently passed, unfortunately, in his 20s still. And so he has been in two amazing bands. Airflow was the most recent, and the one before was the Rotanas.
Yeah.
And they were on the same circuit as my band, so we used to share the bill a lot.
Quite close to each other, were you?
Yeah, I mean, over the years, obviously life happens and stuff, but we always used to keep in touch and always used to say, we'll get together and write.
Yeah.
But that never happened, and so especially when things like that happen, you go like, James would just do it until the wheels fell off, you know, and it doesn't matter if it's for money, it doesn't matter, just because he loved it. And so bringing in sort of James's memory into this project, and because he always was a big sort of lover of my music, you know, and that meant a lot. So
I can imagine,
we're gonna, you know, I want to just sort of bring his memory into it.
Just make you kind of remember, like, you need to just do this and take these opportunities and just really focus on what you actually want to do and not spend too much time. Yeah,
because life is painfully short.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's
that's nice though. It's got more meaning to it then, hasn't it? It's of course, it's more personal.
Yeah, that's it. And as I say, if he was here, he'd still be doing it, you know, doing music. So we move on as a community and bring his memory in there, and hopefully do something good with it, you know.
The track that you played, the song that you did, what is that about? What's that?
So that's called Ever After. And that's about you finish a book or a film, and it says, you know, happily ever after, and what is that? What does that mean?
Okay.
So it's kind of like I co-wrote it with a wonderful artist over in the States, Alana Held, who I was in a band with for many years, and we co-wrote that track. She's an incredible lyricist, and and we kind of developed the story together, and that's what it's about, and it's I don't know, you get to this point and you don't think that you would like anything that you've ever written again. And I've put this together with the guys and Ilana, and it's like, oh my God, I really like it.
It's a lovely track.
Thank you.
Yeah, really nice. I'm not just saying that, by the way, because you hear it.
That was rubbish when I leave, you know. Yeah.
If people think, you're just saying that because you're... No, I mean it.
Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
What do you think, this is about the industry in general, okay? Because I have a lot of friends who are in the music industry on various different levels.
Yeah.
And they, they're saying like, oh, it's all very about all your likes and followers. It's not how talented you are anymore. It's not about how good your quality of what you're doing is anymore. It's all about likes and followers, and that's all that matters. What do you think about that? Do you find it only matters how many people you've got on your socials online, or do you find you actually get a lot of people interested in what you do just based on seeing you live and through connections? What's your opinion?
That's an excellent question. Okay, so if we allow ourselves to view music the same way as fellas in high-rise buildings who wear suits do every day, we're doomed, right? We've lost what it is.
Yeah.
And we've all fallen into that trap. If I do this, maybe if I write this type of song, maybe this is going to increase my chances of doing this, that and the other.
Becoming more commercial.
Yeah, but commercial, what does it mean?
Wow.
What is commercial? I mean, off the top of my head, Billie Eilish, you would call commercial. Her most recent album that she's done with her brother and them two, it is phenomenally good.
Yeah.
It's phenomenally good. So it that bears to me no
Well, it doesn't
weight.
mean it's not good music, does it?
Of course.
It's just how it's sold, I suppose, or how...
Maybe how it's sold, maybe who it's sold to.
Yeah. And can you buy audience? Can you buy likes? Can you buy popularity? Do you know what I mean?
You can buy things in a way. There's a fella who I don't even want to say where he is because he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
But he basically sings in the street and streams it on TikTok. And sure, he's a lovely fella.
Yeah.
Wouldn't call him a singer.
Yeah.
I mean, he has like hundreds of thousands of people watching his every move to do that thing. That's not because they're like, oh my God, this fella's voice has blown me away. That's because this fella's made a connection with people in some sort of way.
They just like what he does.
They just like him.
Of,
you know?
Personality.
Yeah, they like his personality. They like his vibe.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't say he's like bought followers, but he's managed to be able to take his personality and utilize its strengths in order to market his music.
Totally, yeah.
And that's really, really great, and more power to him. But I would say the overall thing for anyone who's worried about the kind of state of the music industry is the more that we bow down to that kind of thing, and the more we say, oh, I'm going to pay X website to promote my music, and you're not sure if they're just going to use bots to stream your songs.
You don't know anymore, do you?
You just don't know.
Yeah.
I just now believe, as I've got a little bit older and I've seen more, I believe that if you put absolutely yourself into this music and return to what music's actually meant to be, which is just an exchange of ideas, an exchange of community values, and just sort of a way to unite human beings. That's what it was when we were living in caves. Music was the
it brings people together, doesn't it?
Banging on drums, doing any sort of
anything.
Musical communication brings people together. And if you do that and focus on that and love it, don't ever let some person in a suit tell you that that's not the right way to do it.
And that translates with a lot of things, to be honest, not just music.
Yeah.
Is it the people in the suits and the high-rise buildings, whatever? It can go into things like film. It can go into things like art and everything, can't it? So
I mean, look at the video game industry these days as well.
Yeah.
They're cutting people left, right, and centre, and something's got to be done about these people. It's in every kind of walk of life and in government. Then everyone's just taking everything for themselves, and that's not.
What do you think of AI then, in terms of, because people can now create music just using AI, a voice, instruments, beats, everything can be produced on AI, like literally just like that. What do you think about that? I think it's awful in terms of like, because for me, I like going to gigs. I like going to see bands live. I think you can never get the true power of someone's music unless you're there live at the event. It sounds so much different, but like...
Yeah. So you said, okay, so you can't get that feeling.
You don't get the feeling of the music.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
necessarily. Yeah.
You're right. And until last week, I was like, I don't know if you've ever heard an AI track that you're like, I can't tell the difference.
I've heard mashups with like famous people's voices on tracks, and then the tracks have been meshed with like something completely random.
Yeah.
Something completely random. Do you know what I mean?
And then you go like, oh my God, have they done? Yeah, it's like
Britney Spears and Metallica or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So but like, do you remember? So you talk about those mashups. Do you remember when the iPhone first came out? And do you remember the only thing people were doing on it was like pretending to drink a pint, and it would like the fake pint would like disappear, and you go and it'd go glug glug glug, and everyone was like, "Isn't that fun?" And then it'd be another sort of app. Do you not remember all those apps?
I've never had an iPhone.
Oh,
but like
smartphone. Like,
I don't remember that. No.
Okay. So when they first came out, there was no meaningful functioning apps. It was all just like nonsense apps. So there'd be like, I don't know, the Borat soundboard, and you would like download it. Oh, this is dead fun. This is what I'm doing with my device. And
it just made sounds that sounded like Borat.
Yeah, that'd be an app, and then as the time went on, it got more sophisticated, and obviously now does all of the stuff that our phones do. But when it first came out, people were just doing nonsense on their smartphones, right?
It was just a laugh, wasn't it?
Right?
Novel.
No, and then now it's a very serious thing, because if you're without your phone, you're without everything. Yeah. You know. My worry is that AI is going to become that, and it starts with this mashup. It's all just such a laugh. Listen to Liam Gallagher singing "Hit Me Baby One More Time."
Yeah.
You know, complete with music video where Liam Gallagher's dressed as a schoolgirl, you know, and all that sort of stuff. That's like,
I really want to look for that now.
Liam Gallagher dressed at.
Yeah, we're all going to be Googling it.
Google it, yeah. But that's where it's scary, you see, because you start that, and then it slowly takes over.
That's all you need to do at the end of the day, then, isn't it? And
then that's it. And then just last week, my mate was saying, "Have you heard this?" You know, and there's this fella, and he's basically programmed an AI to do like funk and soul covers of like rock songs. So he said, "Have you heard this version of Sweet Child of Mine?" And he played it, and I was like, "Oh man, that's got some groove. That's like really good." He was like, "It's AI." You know, and I was like, "You are."
It's very disappointing when someone says that, though, isn't it? And you're
gutting.
Like,
gutting, because it was really like
really good.
I don't know if I can use the word good, because it's not real, but it's like it was really accomplished and polished, and
you can't fault it. Basically,
you can't fault
really.
it, and that's why we've got to again push back on this sort of thing. I mean, if you think about the way that all of these big companies, none of them pay an ounce of tax. Just imagine if these companies that are creating these AIs were forced to then to remunerate these websites that their AIs are actually getting information from.
Yeah.
So the AI teaches itself by using all of this, and all of that stuff's copyrighted.
Yeah.
The same with people's music.
Yeah.
And it's learning, it's taking all that content and paying nothing. And how is
it allowed though? How is it if it's all copyrighted and say it's like someone else's voice or someone else's music and things are being used from all over the place? How is it allowed for them to use all that information for free that should be, you know, royalties or
shouldn't be allowed,
other people's property? And I don't know how it works, to be honest.
Well, when scientists put together their scientific journals and they sort of cross-reference things and cite things, they have to put reference lists and bibliographies, and they have to say where they've got the information from.
Whereas it doesn't happen with AI, does it? Yeah,
it's really bad.
This is another long conversation.
Oh, it is.
Into the depths of AI.
You could really get.
You've got to go off on a tangent now.
Yeah. That's kind of one of those with like a glass of whiskey where you go like, let's talk about the world.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it. Yeah. We've only got, how much time we got? I've got 15 minutes. Oh. But on the flip side of that though, like I don't think anything will ever replace that feeling of being, and I go to quite a few gigs when I can, and it's always rammed. There's always loads of people. It's always like a really good vibe and a really good feel good. Just everything is just a really good situation to be in. Like for people, you can tell it's a release for a lot of people from everyday life, and just, you know, guys who probably go and work in IT and they're there like rocking out with their rock t-shirts on. Yeah. I don't think you can ever replace that feeling of everyone going to a live gig and
that's
letting
probably
their hair down. You can't.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's probably where it's going to come unstuck, I think, when people want to go and see it live. But then again, people go and see wonderful DJs, don't get me wrong, play live. And I don't know if you've ever like seen like a Deadmau5 gig or a David Guetta gig, but I mean the light show and all that sort of stuff. If you remove David Guetta from it, that still exists. So I don't know whether
I know. Do you know? I've never been to one of those gigs before, but they always look amazing.
Oh, they are incredible.
Because like a tiny little person on a deck, and then there's the light show is the whole event. Really,
that's what the event is.
That's it. Yeah.
But it's I mean, it's incredible. But people, I mean, he's not really doing much, but people go to that. Like, So it's, I don't know. I worry where it's gonna go. Yeah. But I also have, I don't know if you feel the same, but I feel like human beings tend to find a way past these things, and
I think so.
We always have done.
I think the obviously the big corporate people, they would love for people to be so materialistic and shallow and but actually people do like in-person interaction. They do like real, like records have come back in. Records. Like why when you can get something through an app on your phone and everything's like, why would you then go to a shop and buy a record and put it on a record player? Because you obviously want to. You like the feeling, the event of putting a record on, sticking that needle on the record, and
it's
the
all
sound
those
it
things.
creates,
it's the smell of it as well. You know, when you open that, and it's just that smell of vinyl. It's like is incredible. I picked up a Sgt. Pepper's, which I've always wanted, a Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band vinyl, but they're always super expensive. Anyway, I found a shop that and I got one for 20 quid, and I'm obsessed with it. Like just looking at it, you know, it's like it's a piece of music history.
Artwork on vinyls.
Yeah, especially artwork. You know, the Beatles artwork. It's like pretty incredible.
When you go to, I remember I used to go through like records in charity shops, and it was before records started coming back in, and you could go through and get them for like 50p and a pound. Yeah. I know now, it's been like 10 years since then probably, those records that used to be getting in charity shops for 50p and a pound are going to be like 20 quid now.
Worth a fortune.
Yeah, because they've come back round, haven't they?
Absolutely. Yeah. No one had a record player before. Now, like, everyone has a record player who likes music as a record player, really. But it allows you to kind of, Spotify's great, all that sort of stuff for what it does, not its treatment of artists, but it's a great platform for the consumer. But nothing connects you more to the artist, I think, than either seeing them live, like you said, or holding that record.
Would you release a record? Would you have your music on record, or have you?
Yeah, my record's actually coming out in August 2026.
And you're having it on an actual like vinyl?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 5 tracks.
Have you had vinyl before? Or is it the first time?
Have I had vinyl before? Yes and no. When I was at university, they released the compilation vinyl.
What was that with the band that you were in?
Yeah, and we were like...
What was the band called?
Glass Jackets.
Glass Jackets,
Glass Jackets, yeah. And then I was with another band called the Blacklights before.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we...
Did anyone buy it?
Yeah, it was in the local record store. It was in Spillers Records and stuff like that. So, people bought it. We released a CD, which, went out to like HMV and stuff, and people bought that.
Oh, that's all right.
We did like an album signing and stuff like that. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But that vinyl package is like, with me face on it probably. Yeah,
that's cool, isn't it?
That'd be cool, yeah.
That's just a cool thing to have for yourself in general. Like,
exactly. So just to give me ma. Look at that, ma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I bet your mum loves that kind of thing, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah, she loves all that.
Love that kind of stuff, don't they? When they can just put your picture of your face on the wall and go, oh, that's
wherever it can go. My partner's mum is like, she's looks after our baby on a Monday, you know, because when we're both at work and things like that. And she said, my partner was telling me today that... she goes, my mum said, I'm going to get rid of all the photos in the living room. And they're all like Kate's graduation photos and her brother's graduation.
Oh, okay. Make
and we're going to replace them with Erin, just all these photos of Erin. So
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't matter anymore.
Except we moved on.
Yeah,
grandchild.
That's the important thing.
And Kate said to her, where is my graduation photos going to go? And she went, probably in the office. Which is like
people aren't going to see that.
It's the place where they go, we're going to put this washing before I fold it up, stick it in the,
It's when you get rang up and you don't get asked, oh, how are you? It's like, how is the grandchild?
How's the baby?
How's the baby? Yeah. Okay, I'm
it.
fine, by the way. Thanks for asking.
Do you know, it's my Uncle Pete was like kind of like he lived with us, and me mum and me nan and my Uncle Pete. He was like my father figure, you know, when I was a kid, and sort of took on that role and that, and he's always like sort of bailed me out, you know, when I was a teenager, and you know, of like not literally bailed me out, but I mean bailed me out. I've been like, oh, can I lend 20 quid, Uncle Pete? Yeah, not out of jail. I wasn't that bad. But and I remember when I called him up and I said, you know, Kate's pregnant, we're going to have a little baby. He went, sweet. He said, stick a fork in yourself, you're done. And I was like, that's it, I am done now. And now he's going to do it all for our baby, and that's the way it works, isn't it? My time is over.
Yeah. That's when you knew. Okay.
That's when I knew.
I've gone down a peg.
I've gone. That's it.
I'm down in the ranks.
Happily down a peg. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk more about you and and playing music and stuff.
Yeah.
What's the best gig that you've ever played to date?
Oh my gosh, the best gig I've ever played. The best gig I've ever played was the first one after the pandemic was the best gig I ever played. That was like such a relief, you know, such a relief. It was like I don't know, it was like being born again. It was like bizarre.
Just to be able to do that again
to do it again, you know. During the pandemic, I did a gig for BBC Radio Wales, and they put us all in this venue, and we were all socially distanced, you know. It's kind of like a Jules Holland style situation, and because everything was sort of going into the desk, you could only hear like the acoustic instruments, like you couldn't hear any of the vocals. Like,
was that really weird?
It was bizarre.
Yeah, I bet.
It was bizarre.
Yeah.
So, you know, you kind of do that. It's like, all right, well, this is the new normal. But then when we were allowed to go and do another show, it was just amazing. Like that.
Could you tell a different vibe with the crowd as well?
Yeah.
Like it was different. Everyone was like having a massive surge of release of.
Yeah, it was definitely like that. But I mean, the crowd are the most important person in anyone's gig.
Yeah,
you know, there's no doubt about it. But with respect, that was for me that day. You know, that just to be able to go, oh, this is like where I belong. You know, this is
totally. This is actually happening again. It's not a thing of the past.
Yeah, it's like, I can't believe that we're doing it again. Like, and you almost felt like naughty for doing it. Like you weren't allowed, you know.
Should be doing this.
Yeah. Do you know when you like meet someone in the park and you go, you know, and all that sort of stuff. Like,
you weren't stood in a glass case or anything, were you? Like, it wasn't like that.
No,
it wasn't. It
was a proper gig. Yeah, it was a proper gig. So that's I reckon that's my favourite gig ever.
Yeah.
Closely followed by, we played in the Bitter End in New York City.
Okay, yeah.
And always wanted to play there. Bob Dylan, Taylor Swift, all these.
Oh, really? Not shared the same stage,
but
was on the same
treaded
stage.
the same path, you know, as those artists, and that was quite incredible. Because straight after the show, we jumped in a taxi and went across town and went to go and watch Steely Dan straight after.
Nice.
So we played our gig.
That's cool.
Bucket list thing, and then went across town and watched Steely Dan. It was just an amazing day. So
really cool.
that's my number 2. But the first one back from COVID, definitely.
What about, what's your worst gig you've ever played? You don't want to share this, do you?
I do want to share it because it's a good. Well,
is it a funny story?
It's quite funny.
Yeah.
We played. So when I was in the Blacklights with the boys, we played this venue called the Brixton Jam in London, and we used to play like the after show parties of whatever big gig has been on down the road. So we'd do like Noel Gallagher's after show party, and then people who could buy like tickets to the gig and then tickets to the after show party, and then Noel might turn up and stuff like that, you know. So we used to be the band that would go and play these shows, and one of these nights it was the Happy Mondays, and they just played down the road. Then they came to the Brixton Jam and did like a sort of DJ set type thing, and we were the band on before the DJ set. and there was a venue full of like 300 really drunk Happy Mondays fans that had just had like a great gig and just wanted more of.
I bet they're mental as well, aren't they?
I mean, like we hung out with Bez, and he was like just so funny. Like we had such a good night. But
he seems like a nice chap.
He's a good dude. He's a really good dude. He's mad as a box of frogs.
Yeah,
but he's
like mental, but
he's a good dude. And before they came on to do their thing, we were on the stage, and the crowd did not want us to be on the stage. And I remember them like,
because they wanted the Happy Mondays. They didn't want you guys.
They didn't want us.
Okay, yeah.
I remember it was really hard work. It was like booing and like, you know.
So they didn't even give you a chance.
No,
they were just like, look, we're not come here to see you. We want to see.
I mean, we could have turned on and been rubbish, but they would have not known because they just had made it. But we kind of turned it around towards the end, and people were kind of enjoying it, and then we got off as soon as we could. But it was that was hard work.
Yeah.
Like,
is it just a case of let's just do our thing and then
let's just do the thing? But you just can't. Well, I was talking about football to them and riling them up, you see, and that's probably not the thing to do. But it was either lean into the role of being the band that nobody kind of wants to be there and have a bit of fun with it, or just kind of go into your shell. So I chose option A, and we came out all right in the end. But
it's better to be a bit confident about it, isn't it? A bit more cocky about it. And
exactly.
Make it work for you.
yeah. So hard work, but
good story though.
Yeah,
I like that. I like stuff like that. Shall we do a quick fire round to finish off with?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you can answer these questions quickly or not. Anyway, we'll try. What's your most embarrassing on stage moment, and did anyone ever notice?
Voice cracks, guitar strings, fly undone, all of those. I've had all of those. Tripped. I've had all of that.
Many embarrassing moments.
Head butted the mic stand like with me mouth and like bled me lip. Had it all of that.
It sounds like a rite of passage.
All of the above, yeah.
Okay, touring essential, clean socks or good Wi-Fi?
Good Wi-Fi.
Good Wi-Fi,
yeah. Turn them inside out, man.
You can get away with dirty socks, can't you? No one's going to know.
I don't have smelly feet either. My feet are honestly, loads of lads have stinky feet. Mine are lovely.
You're very hygienic.
Yeah, hygienic feet.
If your guitar could talk, what's the first thing it would complain about?
Me not playing it enough, probably.
Oh, okay.
I play it only when I'm on the stage for like 9 hours a week, and then I don't play it enough at home. So it'd probably say, can you just like caress me a little more, you know?
Don't
like,
abandon me.
Don't abandon me, yeah.
After a gig, a greasy pizza or mysterious gas station sandwich?
Gas station sandwich, defo. Pizza's heavy on the old.
Or it's stodgy, innit? It makes you feel all like sluggish.
Yeah.
Okay, if you weren't a musician, what completely random job would you secretly be doing?
I would be, and I swear down, I would be an astrophysicist.
An astrophysicist?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my hobby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I read physics books and like watch documentaries. And
there you go.
I'm obsessed with the natural world and astrophysics.
That's actually a pretty cool thing to. So if you were,
I'm just not smart enough for it. That's why I do that.
That's why I play my guitar. I sing instead.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
It's been really nice chatting to you.
It's been great.
And cool. I think we're at the end of the time, aren't we? Anyway, so. Yeah, thanks.
Well, maybe I'll see you when all of this is happening, and I'll come and give you a vinyl. And we'll.
To be fair, it'd be nice to get you on again at some point.
Great.
After you've played Glastonbury.
After I've played Glastonbury.
And then you can come and talk about Glastonbury.
Okay, deal.
Yeah, deal.
Deal.